Hey there everybody, slowbroguy here, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle against a good friend of mine, Lenix. I had this battle a long while ago. I completely forgot that I recorded it and just haven't gotten around to posting it yet. Anyway, let's get it started. He starts things off with a Politoed with Drizzle, of course, and I start off with, not Onyx, Steelix. He switches out right away and goes into Gliscor, and I switch out also and go out into Elemomola. And he gets his Toxic Orb. Right here I misclick and use Protect. I originally was going to go for a Scald, but hey, misclicks happen. It's cool. He goes Earthquake, and it does half, which is okay. And I go for Scald, which nearly KOs it. And then I get some lefties. I should have just went, a little ahead of myself, should have just went for Protect right here, but I didn't, because then, I didn't want him to get, like, another Sword Stance up, because that would suck. Now I go into Alakazam and just go straight in for Psychic, and that takes down the Gliscor. Now he goes into his own Elemomola, I switch out, and I go into Venusaur. He uses Toxic. I actually didn't predict Toxic. I actually predicted, like, I don't know, something else. I use Leech Seed, he uses Safeguard, so now I can't use Sleep Powder. He switches out and he goes into Fortress. I predict that really well and I go for Leech Seed, because I did predict that switch right there. Now right now I go for Hidden Power Fire. And it's very unfortunate, but I do get a crit. And that crit would, or if I didn't get that crit, it would have probably been a 2-hit KO or something like that. Anyway, he goes into Rotom Wash, and I just hit it with the Leech Seed. He hits me with a T-Wave, which is, it's alright for right now. I get some Leech Seed. I actually do predict this switch, and I went for Leech Seed right there, but I get fully paralyzed, which, it happens. I guess it makes up for that crit. He uses Safeguard again. I go Leech Seed. I miss. It's okay. We'll just say it makes up for that crit. He uses Wish. I go Leech Seed again. And then he switches out right here, I think. And he goes into Politoed again. And I think I just go for Giga Drain. And yes, I do. Does about half, but he gets Wish, so he basically just gets it all back. Hits me with an Ice Beam, does about half. Pretty much the same amount as my Giga Drain did. I get fully paralyzed right there, which is okay. And then I switch out and I go into Steelix. He uses Hydro Pump, and it's really fortunate that missed, actually. He uses Hydro Pump again, and it brings me down to my Sturdy. I just figure might as well set up my rocks right here, so that's what I do. And then I get some lefties, and then I think I just leave this in to die. And that's what I do. Next up, I go into Darmanitan and just use U-turn. And does about half, actually. And go back into Venusaur. He gets hit with a Hydro Pump. And it doesn't do that much, but, well, right here, I kind of figured I'd be able to take this Ice Beam after Black Sludge. But I don't, and that's the end of Venusaur. Next up, I go into Alakazam. Yes, I do. And I use Psychic. And I should have actually went into Alakazam before this, because it probably would have killed that thing. Because it lives with very, very little HP. Then I just go into Darmanitan and finish it off with a U-turn, because his fire moves are cut in half due to rain. And I go into Dragonite. And then he goes into Rotom Wash. Now, right here, I just figure, I know he has T-Wave, but my thought process is he doesn't really have much that can hit my Dragonite for super effective damage. So I just sit here, and I set up Dragon Dances. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. Because, I'm paralyzed, and I figure might as well set up a crap ton of Dragon Dances so then I can outspeed the rest of his Pokemon. And I don't know why he's not capitalizing on this. I mean, all I'm doing is just sitting here setting up. Must not have any like ice moves or rock moves or anything like that. or dragon moves. Well, it makes sense. He doesn't have any more dragon-type Pokemon, or actually any. So I'm just setting up my dragon dances, getting some leftovers gains, being paralyzed, because I hear that's pretty cool sometimes. Finally get that paralysis, which it's okay, I guess. Well, not really, but could be better. Or it could be worse. My nose could be gushing blood, but you know, he hits me with a Hydro Pump. It doesn't really do all that much, even with Stab and Rain Boost, but he probably doesn't have any special attack EVs. And I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna outrage because I am furious for being paralyzed. And take down his Rotom Wash, and then his Elamomola gets hit with an outrage and like plus 4 or 5 attack right now, so that's definitely a one-hit KO. That's the end of Elamomola. Now he goes into Basculin, I think its name is. He uses outrage. He uses Aqua Jet. It doesn't really do anything. He gets hit with an outrage, and that's the end of Basculin. Then I get confused, and that's the end of the game. Anyway, very good game, Lenix. Was pretty close. Had a lot of fun with it. And anyway, this is slowbroguy, and see you later for now.